Welcome back, Keepers of the Flame. Okay, trigger warning. I'll put one on the script too, but like, there's gonna be body parts and brains and whatever else, and bones and tendons and muscles and brain pieces and parts. It's not physical, it's not bloody or anything, but there will be pictures. So just so you know, if you're queasy about that kind of stuff, probably not the video for you to watch. You could just turn the video away and listen, and I will try to be as non-gory descriptive as possible for you, I guess. Again, free, doing this on my own time for shits and giggles. Not really shits and giggles. Okay, let's just get into it. So I'm only going to cover the first 3 today because it's kind of overwhelming. I was like, I'll do a video on angels. It's fine. That's fine. It won't take that long. There's probably going to be no prep. I'll show them a few pictures. I'll give them the lowdown. No, there's prep. There's a lot of prep. So in my research, looking up stuff, I found a book by... Buckle up, Buttercup. If you got a 5-pointer, I'd click it because this is one hell of a ride. Okay, so the dude who wrote this about the angels, his name is Pseudo Dionysus. Okay, I'm side on me, and he was a Christian philosopher, and he wrote the book De Coliceti Hierarchia. Hierarchia, I think is how you pronounce it. I don't know. So pseudo is being spelled Pseudo. I told you to click it. So we're going to kind of get into how this is playing into this lovely little bodily autonomy thing. Yeah, it's kind of a little bit of a lot. It might be a little bit of a stretch. This might be just a theory. I tried looking for it other places because I'm like, I can't be the first one to be like, if this is how religion and science meet each other, there's going to be a lot of pissed off people. Just say, you are Miss Cookies. Oh, God. Okay. Neil's going to hijack the friggin' first ship to Mars. Let's Neil deGrasse, whatever the heck it's name. Okay, ready? Set, grow. Ta-da! Okay, I told you. Brain parts. Okay. Yes, it is a giant bug. It is larger than, like, my face. And, like, okay. So, at the highest hierarchy of angels, you have the seraphim. Okay, so those have 6 wings. 2 cover the feet, 2 cover the face, and 2 cover on the back to fly. I'll show you those pictures later in the body, but for right now, we're gonna. So there's a seraphim. There's cerebellum, which is this massive thing right here that you see. It's a large part of the brain. Cherubim, little brain it's called, for the cerebellum. And they have hemispheres, so they're divided by the Red Seas. So, it's a little bit more than just biblical poetry, if you know what I mean. So, let's get down here. Okay, so the little brain, which is the cerebellar or the cerebellum, sits behind the brainstem. This is a brainstem right here. And it coordinates fine-tuned movements, balanced via brainstem, which connects to numerous parts of the brain. And then the cherubim are the next, whatchamacallits. So this part of the brain controls. This is going to come in handy later when I show you what the highest 6-winged things look like on the inside. Everything that's on the outside is on the inside. Bear with me. I told you to click your 5-pointer. So everything that you can conceive on the outside of you also exists within the inside of you. You with me? Okay, we're just taking a journey on the literal inside, not the metaphorical that hurt my feelings, on the literal physical aspect of things. Okay, love you. So the cherubim are man-like in appearance and are celestial attendants. You know, like these things. Okay? So, yeah, science and religion about to have it out. Okay. And I'm about to tip over with this whole freaking, this is heavy book. Okay. So, celestial attendants for the cherubims. They're double-winged, guard God's glory, and attend the apocalypse, which is just the great unveiling. So they're in charge of the overseeing of, like, you know, shadow work. The unveiling of knowledge that was long hidden. So Thrones is going to be the one that's right here. So Thrones is the huge one. So this is the... I wish I had a better picture to show you guys. Oh, I do. It's right here. Okay, so little brain. Except for it's totally different. It's just really detailed, and this is more like of an overview. Okay, so you can see like there's little hairs and like kind of whatever sticking out here. This is also kind of shows that, right? So there's your two little amygdalas, your little almonds, your receptors, right? There's your Red Sea, parting of the Red Sea, which you're supposed to actually connect back together for greater understanding. Okay, so here's your little horn, your little internal devil. Dun, dun, dun. I know. That connects to your amygdala. Okay. Trying to figure out. I don't want to overcomplicate this because it's already like it's a lot. It's a freaking lot. So here's one of the 6 wings. This is the wings on the back. So you can see these come through right here from the back to the front. And this is with like the tendons attached to the rib cage. There's a bigger picture that I'm going to show you in this book that just does not have the for whatever reason they didn't label that particular muscle structure. Where is it? Striatus. Anterior is called. These particular muscles right here that look like angel wings. Okay, and there's a better description in the back. Let's see. But you can see, like, look at how this muscle is shaped at their back, right? Right there. Does that not look like a wing? Okay. Where do we carry a lot of our stress? In our shoulders and in our back. That's why the picture in this one's going to do a little bit more justice because it has the ones that are wrapped, the muscles that look like angel wings wrapped over your shoulders too. I told you to click the 5-pointer. Okay, so this is all connecting back again to the stress hormones that are released by cortisol when this gets triggered in your brain. Okay, and again, we're supposed to have this. It's not the devil. It's not the devil. It's just, it's there for a reason. But if we're overusing it, it creates a lot of dis-ease in the body. So we need to be vigilant about what kind of circumstances we put ourselves in, okay? Because we do have a choice over that now. We're not running from saber-toothed tigers, okay? So we can choose who we involve ourselves with and what kind of circumstances we put ourselves in and what our environment is like. Even if we're not living in the greatest of circumstances, go to the dollar store and get some shit and clean that stuff up. Okay, clean up your environment. Just clean it. Start there. Okay, moving on. So, the medulla. I need you to pay attention to that. Medulla is an important word that leaves the skull through what's called the foramen magnum and coordinates breath and blood pressure. What do we know about breath on this channel, keepers? Say it louder for the people in the back. If you breathe shallow, you will have anxiety and you will probably develop panic attacks because your breath is out of control. Nice and deep all the way down to the diaphragm, because that's causing stress and anxiety in your body if you're breathing shallow. If you're breathing shallow, you need to understand why you're breathing shallow. Why is that happening? Why do you do that? What's causing that? Is there a way that you can start to focus on a daily basis on how to breathe correctly? And notice the muscles that are tense because of that. The ones in your shoulder and then the ones I just showed you in your back. I'll get to the rest later. But for right now, that's what we're working with, okay? It's all connected, and everything that you can conceive on the outside is also on the inside. The devil, God, angels, that whole gig, okay? I'm just doing, there's gotta be, if you find a better source, freaking link it in the comments. I'm sorry, I'm dragging you through this. There's gotta be a better way, but here you are, just suffering along with me. Okay, so then you have the pyramids. And yes, there's far more pyramids than just the ones in Egypt. The Stage of Time by Matthew Lacrosse. If you can get your hands on a copy, read it. 30-minute video, 12 minutes in. Crap! Okay, so pyramids. Motor nerve bundles traveling the rest of the body. Okay? So again, all those little fine-tuned things and the like sensory that says, ow, this hurts, or hey, that feels nice, or hey, that's twisted, hey, I've been sitting on that for too long, put it down. That kind of thing. And then you've got the olives. You've got the olives here, which are round bulges on the front of the medulla, which relay signals to the cerebrum. Now, what does this signify? The third in the rank of hierarchy. Remember, we're working in threes here. The divine three, the thrones. Humility, which would be the pyramids in this case. Medulla, which coordinate breath and breathing. And peace, which is olives. Okay, so I'm not sure which was assigned to what, but olives are definitely peace here. Submission. Who's submitting? Okay, maybe it's the pyramids that are submitting the information. Because that's what the throne angels do. They embody humility, peace, and submission. No one gets to God but through me. Thrones. The third of the hierarchy. Okay, so the seat of God is sitting like right in here. I wish they could connect. So this is kind of the seat of God right here. And this is the rest of the brainstem going up. Okay. The highest part, the midbrain right here is where the seat of God would be sitting right here. The amygdala is probably, and then they come around. So they really suck at like putting this all together for you in one freaking thing, isn't it? Okay. But so your little brain is the cerebellum is going to be sitting right here. Okay. The lizard brain, whatever you want to call it. So that's going to mean that the medulla is probably going to leaves the skull. So this is going to be probably the humility side of things. Whereas the pyramids are going to be submission, because that's the nerve endings, you know, that are like, ooh, this feels soft. Oh, that's pokey. This hurts. I'm, you know, being pinched in this area. This muscle's tense. So that's how that works. Okay. Okay. And then there's, you know, this is, again, Christo fluid is flowing through here. Christ. No one gets to him but through me type of idea. Biblical, medical poetry. I don't know what you want to call it. So it's a thing. So all things have also been created through him. You use your fine motor skills to do things physically, manifest your whatever it is you're looking to manifest. You do it in a physical way. I don't care if it's like this and like inputting on a screen. You can still manifest doing that too. It has a particular outcome. So whatever whatever else that you're perceiving from the outside gets put in. Okay. And again, I'll get to the other ones first, because there is a canal that comes down from the ear right here. And then there's eyes that come in right here, right? So this is just the first three that I'm talking about. Okay? So it's a lot, you guys. Like, if you can get a book see, here's the ear canal. There's the and it does, again, it's a crap job of like pinpointing exactly what's happening or where in the brain this exactly is, but those little canals I just pointed to, this is the canal right here. Okay. But again, they don't do a very good job of putting it all together to making it obvious. Okay, so this is what started the whole angel thing right here, this picture. With no freaking, I had to look it all up. But see how they come over your shoulder and from your back? All these little things that look like angel wings that are attached to your rib cage. And in the back too. See, there it is in the back. This is the rear. So all those little muscles that I showed you that were kind of like a wing shape, like almost like a fairy wing shape. That's where you get the tension, okay? From all that not breathing correctly, raising your blood pressure, releasing the cortisol, all that good stuff. Where's the feeties? There's the feeties! I hope you can see that's good. Because, like, does that not look like wings to you at all? All those little fine motor things going through there? That crazy little Hermes messenger Mercury god had what on his feet? All sending back to this. Angel means messenger. Okay? So there's your start on the angel anatomy. Okay? So, sweet loves, welcome to the world of being an angel. That's right. You, me, the whole freaking world, we're all angels. Buckle up, buttercup. Okay, so, remember I told you to pay attention to the medulla? The medulla! Be kind of real. Who's a good puppy dogs? Okay, so here's the adrenal medulla, the thing that's directly connected to that medulla thing, okay? Controlling the breathing and the blood pressure. Wink a wink, a nudge, okay? Again, not a medical professional, what's the other side of this? Nor am I a spiritual professional. I'm just a human being. with some free time and some books. Okay? So, these are located right above your kidneys. Okay? And just let that settle in because we got 20 minutes in. Okay, so now this is what's going to flood your system with cortisol. This is where the medulla comes down and tells the system, hey, we're going to beat at this rate. We're going to put this much cortisol in the system. Ready, set, grow. Okay. Whereas your other little doodad, the pyramids, are going to be putting out, or I'm sorry, not putting out, but putting into the brain, into the cortisol, or not cortisol, but the cortisol that's running through your system, into the crystal fluid, the receptors of all the little fine-tuned motor. Do we still have all our extremities? Are we still moving good? Do we still have our extremities? Is anybody pinching us off? Where do we need to go now? What are we going to move on? Da, 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 da. All that's controlled through that. Oh, okay. So, I still need to show you 2 in the face. Crap, I gotta get the big book out again. Okay, but we're gonna finish this first. So I showed you the 2 in the feet, the 2 in the back that are very large and expansive, okay? Because they wrap all the way around your rib cage, okay? I know you can't see my rib cage, but they wrap all the way around. Okay, you can hopefully still look it up on the internet. Otherwise, again, like I said before, go get some books. Actual physical books. Okay? Okay. Adrenal gland insufficiency. It's chronic fatigue syndrome. Hopefully you guys can see this because, like, the last time I opened this book on a YouTube video, they're like, no. I was like, but I was just gonna... I'm not reading from it. Okay? But that is where your thing sits, and that controls the stress hormones in your body, your adrenal glands. Okay? Okay? So, there's a solution to every problem. Now, before you start investigating these, if you are in a high stress situation right now and you're living with people that do not ease that and actually make it worse, if you are living with miserable human beings who cannot keep their own pain to themselves, this probably is not the best route for you right now because you need those vital cortisol functions that are kicking in right now to survive the situation. So this might not quite be for you as of yet, because if you need to flee or whatever for any reason, these are not going to help you do that. Do you feel me on that one? Okay. So this is for people who are out of the danger zone, so to say. Okay. So we have ashwagandha, and then this is soothing stress formula, which has rhodiola in it as well. Hawthorn powder, hops, lemon balm. Okay. And ashwagandha powder. Now, again, not a doctor. Consult someone first. Okay. So, oftentimes this is really good if you are trying to detox from those chemicals flooding your system. When it comes to extreme stress of being threatened, either mentally, emotionally, physically, your body still is going to have the same response. Everybody likes to have this magical thinking that somehow physical is the worst or sexual is the worst. No, it's not. Sorry. Take it away. Mental. Okay? So if you have somebody who's belittling you constantly, just, making your environmental living hell, whatever the heck it is, Until you're free of that person, it's going to continue. So you need to work on getting yourself free of that. And you're going to need that cortisol running through your system to have the motivation to do that, because these relax you. You don't want to be in a relaxed state around someone that does not even have their own best interests at heart, less your own. Do you understand what I'm saying? You can't be around those people and be relaxed at the same time. That's a big no-no. Okay. So, for those of you free and clear, this might be a route you can take towards that. I'm not saying you have to. I'm saying it's an option. You can do chamomile tea. You can put some of the rhodiola in your tea. Lemon balm tea is really good. Hawthorn, you can put that in tea. Okay? So, again, being gentle and loving with your own system and honoring how your body works for yourself. And if you're in question, ask yourself the question. If it's a no, you'll be able to break that chain. If it's a yes, you won't be able to break the chain. So ask it a yes. Ask yourself a yes or no question. Ask your brain, your God, whatever. This thing right here, the God Center, the lizard brain. Yeah, the one everybody poo-poos. Yeah, ask that. Whether or not you should, blah, blah, blah. And then if you should, yes, it will stay locked like this. If it's a no, it'll break. You won't be able to hold that. That's called the muscle test. Okay? Okay. Now some loving affirmations for yourself. I pause within and reorientate myself. I'm allowed to decide anew. I am free to determine my own way. Now the journey can continue. Okay, so these are all things that are going to help put that adrenal thing a little bit closer to being in order. Now again, you can't just rely on these things. You have to do the work. You have to set your goals and get out of whatever the heck it is and heal. This is like not even a drop in the ocean. This is like a minuscule drop in the ocean of what needs to come about, okay? So if you're on your way, though, those are good affirmations to have. If you have a stressful job, those are good affirmations to have. If you have a peaceful place to go, these are good places to reinforce that. Positive thinking can help in some scenarios, but if you're telling yourself lies, it's not going to serve you for anything. Because if you're telling yourself that you can, do things your own way, but there's going to be dire consequences for you doing things your own way, then that's a lie. Do you see what I'm saying? So you need to get yourself out of those circumstances immediately and then begin to do things your own way. You're doing things your own way means being safe in your own skin, being safe in your environment. Okay? So there's the angel medical religion meeting science, whatever it is, and bring some conclusion to that. This was a lot. This was a lot. And again, I highly encourage you to try to go and find some books. I got both my body books at Costco's. They're really good to their employees, and I talk to their employees and they seem really freaking happy. So, and they stick around. So there's that. The 5 Biological Laws of Nature, the Psychic Roots of Disease by Bjorn Ebel. That's not a bad thing to have if you are so inclined. If those little sayings at the end resonated with you, they're in the book. So there's your breakdown of how your angels are looking out for you and guiding you and doing what they're supposed to be doing based on what information they are given. They are just messages, darling. So they're giving you messages, they're sending your body messages, they're intaking messages, all that good gravy. And we still have like 6 others to go as far as angels. So this is just going to be like a little mini series tidbit thingy thing. Okay? So first things first, get yourself out of the stressful situation. If you do have a safe place to go, you can start implementing a few things that'll help you out with that. Remembering to check in with yourself and feelings and whatnot. Okay? So there's your angel lesson for the day. You thought they were outside of you and you had to call out for them to arrive. No, darling. Be ready now. Make it real. Okay. Go fly away, my loves. And until next time, keep your flame.